Hello and welcome to Longship Gaming. Today we're playing more of Next Evolution. This time it's going to be Rogue against the final villain in the set, Stryfe. So, when I had a look on the Marvel Champions database, found a Justice deck that looked like fun. I will link to the deck in the description below and credit the author as per usual. So, for our Justice cards, we have Dazzler, so when Dazzler enters play, confuse an enemy. We have Agent Coulson. We have 2 copies of Yaw and Roll, which is not one I think I've ever really used, so play only if your identity has the aerial trait. After your hero thwarts, remove 3 threat from a scheme. As you'll see as we go along, keeping threat under control in this scenario is very important, or at least getting rid of the side scheme as quickly as possible. We have 2 copies of Turn the Tide, 2 copies of Clear the Area, and we have a Spycraft and a Counterintelligence. So Rogue is acting like a spy. Got a lot of shield and preparation support in this one. So for our basic cards, we have the classics, Mockingbird, Nick Fury, 2 copies of Assess the Situation, Beauty and the Thief, 2 copies of Mutant Education, Def Focus, because so many of our hero cards are superpowers, Espionage, the X-Gene, Target Acquired, Moira McTaggart, X-Mansion, the X-Jet, and of course, Genius, Energy, and Strength. So, in this particular scenario, like almost every scenario in Next Evolution, we have Hope Summers on our side. So she starts in play. So we're playing an expert, of course, so Stryfe. Stage 2, 17 health, 1 scheme, 1 attack. While Stryfe is attacking you, he gets plus X attack, where X is the number of cards of the most common type in your hand. So he can get quite powerful. When revealed, each player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until a psionic attachment is discarded and reveals that card. So we're going to do that when we come back and get the game underway. He has a 2-stage scheme. First stage is the Uncontrollable Power. Has a 9 as its threshold. As a force response after resolving step 1 of the villain phase, each player places X threat here, where X is the number of cards of the most common type in their hand. Each player may discard 1 card from their hand before calculating the value of X, and we lose the game if the stage is completed. So what complicates this is Stryfe's Grasp. So it's a permanent, has Hinder 6, so it comes out with 10 threat on it. Forced response after Stryfe is defeated or the last threat is removed from the scheme, flip this card and reveal Living Bomb. Place any threat here on Living Bomb. So we have to burn through 10 as quickly as possible, or else we could lose right away to Uncontrollable Power. And I should note, on the other side, Living Bomb, Stryfe cannot be defeated. When revealed, advance the main scheme to stage 2A. This effect cannot be cancelled. So then we have to get rid of an additional 3 on this side. So it's not easy, to say the least, to get that done. All right, we're going to go. Of course, we should go over Rogue. Rogue has 11 hit points on her alter ego side. 3 recovery. As a setup, set your touched upgrade aside, which I need to do. And withdrawn, forced response after you change this form, set touched aside. On her hero side, she has the perfect stat line at 2, 2, and 2. Skin contact, attach touched to another character. You gain each of the attached character's traits until the end of the round. As a forced response after the player phase begins, find touched and set it aside. So it's always going to be bouncing back to us. So we're going to get shuffled up and ready to go, and it's going to be Rogue versus Stryfe. Alright, we're back. We're shuffled up and ready to go. First of all, we have to go look for a psychic attachment. Mind alteration. Attach your identity. Force response. After you play an event or upgrade, take 1 damage. As a response, after you recover, spend a genius resource and discard this card. Okay. So, our starting hand is Bulletproof Bell, Rogue's Jacket, Yawn Roll, Counterintelligence, Assess the Situation, and Superpower Adaptation. Okay. Counterintelligence would be good here to keep the huge amount of threat that's going to get piled onto the main scheme under control. Bulletproof Bell, no. Rogue's Jacket, yes. Yawn Roll for future consideration. Counterintelligence, no. Okay, we're just going to get rid of all 4 of these. As much as I like it, I don't think that it's really viable. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going Rogue, Death Focus, Energy Transfer, Southern Cross. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So first thing we need to do is to get rid, and of course this Going Rogue is the only genius resource we have. We have a lot of events, so we don't want to be taking damage from them. Alright, so we're going to recover immediately and get rid of Going Rogue to get rid of Mind Alteration. And we're going to flip over, we're going to put Touched onto Hope. We're going to not be punching anyone, I don't feel. This is not, oh, hold on. No. Yeah, so Death Focus and Rogue's Jacket. And then Hope is going to thwart for 2. And we're going to hold on to Yawn Roll for next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yawn Roll, clear the area, X-Jet, Going Rogue, Mean Education. So we have 4 event cards. So that means that 4 is going to go on to Uncontrollable Power. Stryfe is going to attack. We have, he's at a +4. He's at a 5. We're just going to take it. 5. Oh! Wow. Okay, that's the hardest possible hit we could have taken. So we're down to 2. Sonic Surge. Unrevealed, discard the top cards of the encounter deck where X is the number of cards of the most common type in your hand. Deal Psionic card discarded this way to yourself as a face-down encounter card. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. We know it's event. Let's hope for none. Nope. Nope. Yes. Nope. Okay, so we know the Psychic Override is going to be showing up on the next turn. And these are all discarded. Okay. Woof. Well, we have to do a lot of work on this turn. So, of course, this comes back. We put it back on Hope again. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go in Rogue for only 1. So it's going to get rid of 5. Then we're going to Thwart for 3. So it goes over to Living Bomb. We thwarted. I think, do we want to draw a card here? We know that this is going to cause uncontrollable power to flip to 2A. Do we want to get the benefit of drawing a card off that? Or playing Yawn Roll? I think we're just going to get the benefit of a card draw just to see what it is. So we're going to use X-Jet to play for clear. No, not yet. We're going to do Hope to get 2 off of here. Then we're going to clear the area. So 2 comes off that. It's all gone. That goes to the victory display. We draw a card. Superpower Adaptation. So uncontrollable power flips to 2A. 2A doesn't do anything. Then we're left to our fate. All that's going to come off. Stryfe gains Stalwart. Each identity gets +2 hand size. Increase the resource cost to play each player card by 1. So we get more cards, but things get more expensive. So, since he only has a scheme of 1, I think it's safe to... we're going to drop Superpower Adaptation. We're going to flip down. Stand back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yawn Roll, Superpower Adaptation, Southern Cross, Agent Coulson, Turn the Tide, Mockingbird, Southern Cross, Energy Transfer. Okay. So, we know Mockingbird's not that great here other than to block, so... going on the next stage. Left to your fate. 1 goes on. He's going to scheme for 1, 2, 3. First encounter card. When revealed, choose a card type, then discard each card from your hand that is not of that type. Draw up to your hand size. Place 1 threat on the main scheme for each card of the chosen type in your hand. Okay. So event, 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 ally, event, ally, event, event. Okay, so we're going to choose because it's the only safe one to do. We are going to choose ally. So we're keeping the 2. And we're going to discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then threat goes on based on the chosen type. So ally, ally, 3 allies. Okay, so that's almost a complete disaster. Let's see what the other one is. Telepathic Camouflage. Each player places X threat here, where X is the number of cards of the most common type in your hand. Okay. We almost lost that. Common type, so we have 3 allies, 1 resource, 2 resource, a support, and an upgrade. So, most common is ally. Okay, that was real close. So one thing, oh yeah, we switched, of course, I had to come back. So we have to heal because we're really, really hurt. They're going to flip over. We're going to start with maybe we should have started with before we did that. The X Mansion. So it's going to cost us 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're going to heal ourselves, or an additional 1. Then we're going to flip over. We're going to put touched on hope. All this is extremely costly for us. Wow. Do we do Coulson? 1, 2, 3, 4 for Coulson, which gets us a prep card. Let's bring that one back into our hand. We'll use that to pay for assess the situation. So we'll have 8 cards, oops, in hand again. And now we just need to do a lot of thwarting. So Hope is going to thwart 2 off of here. And Aiden Coulson will thwart 2 off of here. Yeah, things are real rough. So we go back up to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bulletproof Bell, Mutant Education, X-Gene, Yawn Roll, Spycraft, Going Rogue, Nick Fury, and Energy. Okay. So, 1 threat goes onto here. He's going to attack. He's going to be attacking for a lot. 3 events, 4 events. Yeah, so he's attacking. So we're going to have to have Coulson get in the way. So it's an attack of 5, 6. We have 2 encounter cards. Mind Trap. Your allies' upgrades and supports enter play exhausted. Alter Ego action, exhaust 3 cards you control. Discard this card. Okay. Next one. Telekinetic Wave. Unrevealed, return upgrade or support you control to your hand, and then Stryfe activates against you. Oh. Okay, let's put X Mansion back. We're going to have to defend here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have 4 events. This is pretty bad. So he's at a +5, he's at a 5 base. He's at a +3. Yeah. So we'll go down to 1. Somehow we're not dead. Oh my goodness. This is pretty bad. Well, we need to bring Nick out to do some work. But they're going to enter play exhausted. We're going to have to use him in a way that people don't normally do so. Okay. He's going to cost us 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He comes into play exhausted, but we're going to use his ability to get rid of 2 threat off a scheme. Then Hope will get the remainder off of that because it's awful. Then we're going rogue. Which is going to cost us 2. One, 2. To remove 5 off of that. Okay. We are going to hang on to the X gene. And then we're going to flip down. And then hopefully not die to just some weird shenanigans. Okay, so we are at 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, what are you doing in there? Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa, too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so X Gene, Clear the Area, Moira, Beauty and the Thief, Gambit, Espionage, Turn the Tide, and Southern Cross. Okay. So one's going to go on. Oh yeah, he had an extra encounter card. He's going to scheme for 1, 2, 3. First encounter card, Master Plan. So we have to go looking for a side scheme. Captive Hope, which is very bad. Next one. Attach or any. If your hero attacked and thwarted this phase, discard this card. Oh, okay. So, Nick's gone. Okay. First thing we need to do is get rid of Mind Trap. And we need to exhaust 3 cards we control to do that. Interesting, of course, we control Touched. And the Jacket, if they are exhausted, doesn't mean anything. So, Mind Trap's gone. We need to heal because we are hurt very, very badly. We're going to flip over. We're going to put Touched on to Hope. Oh, we forgot to play out our X-Gene. Let's do that with... these 2 cards. We'll say we did that before we flipped. We didn't have any... Let's rethink that. We don't have any character specific events. So I feel like Moira is a better deal. So when we flip, we draw. Okay. Gambit, we need him to protect us. And he does more work than Mockingbird does. So Gambit comes out, we're going to have him thwart the main scheme. We're going to stand up. Yet again, nothing in hand. No, Hope cannot ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Haven't even touched Stryfe yet, damage-wise. Assess, Southern Cross, Going Rogue, Superpower Adaptation, Strength, Superpower Adaptation, and Counterintelligence. Okay. Okay. Threat goes on. 2 threat go on. Stryfe's going to attack. He'll be attacking for a base of, well, mostly have events. So Gambit. I mean, it's a lot. So Gambit's going to just vanish anyway. Encounter card. Psychic Override. Oh my god. Choose a card type, then discard each card from your hand that's not of that type. Drop to your hand size. Put 1 threat. Wow. Okay. We just cannot catch a break. Let's choose resource to keep. Everything else is going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did we get any of them back? No. Okay. So, only one. Still, that's not great. That comes back to us. So, we can do a lot of threat clearing. So, we're going to start out with an attack. Oh my goodness, look at that. A damage went on to Stryfe. And then we'll pay 2 for clear the area. And we thwarted, so we get to play yeah, it has to go. So we've gotten rid of psychic inertia. And because we thwarted, we then get to play yaw and roll. None of these, of course, are what we really want. We overpay, but we get 3 off of here. There is nothing else we can do, but at least, yeah, see, we lost all of our good thwart cards on that previous turn. Alright. So we're going to drop these 2 because they don't really do anything for us. Oh, we never put touched on anybody. We are going to have to put touched on the villain. And then luckily just having enough energy to pay for bulletproof, to be able to play Bulletproof Bell on the next turn. Yeah, we don't play it right now. So we're going to get rid of we need to heal though. But we also need to do a lot of thwarting. I'm going to hang on to these 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we just have to hope that he does not get anything out that schemes, or else we're just done. Bulletproof Bell, Energy Transfer, X-Jet, Turn the Tide, Bulletproof Bell, Genius, and Dazzler. Okay. So 1 goes on. He's going to attack. We have a lot of events again. We have 4 events. So 4 events. He's at a base of 5. So he's going to do 5, but we're going to use Bulletproof Bell. We're going to do this. And then we get a tough card. My goodness. That keeps us safe for another turn. There we go. Encounter card. Strobe. On patrol. When revealed, choose to stun each character you control. Deal 1 damage to each character you control. Okay. Well, oh, and then Stryfe would take the damage from the retaliate. Ooh, 2 whole damage. Okay. I think we'll take the stun. Because that's not really what we're doing. This comes back to us. Okay. Need to do a lot of thwarting. Two, three, so it's not all going to go. Energy transfer would be good. Okay. So, we're going to do this to get the stun off. We're going to put touched onto strobe. We're going to spend 3 to energy transfer. So we're going to deal 2 damage to strobe. We're going to heal 2 and become ready. We gain the traits. Mutant Liberation Front, cool. We'll attack to take out strobe. And hope can thwart. And we're going to dump these 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mean Education, Yawn Roll, Going Rogue, Southern Cross, Energy, X-Mansion, Superpower Adaptation. Okay. So we currently don't have touched attached to anybody. Threat goes on, he's going to attack. We have tough cards, so we're just going to take it. Event, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's attacking for 6. Blows the tough off. Encounter card. Telekinetic Wave. Return an upgraded support you control to your hand, and then Stryfe activates against you. Let's bring Moira back. We're going to have to defend. We don't have anything to help us with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's at a 6. So he's at a +4. So if he draws a 2, we're just dead. 1. But it's not going to matter, because if you have at least 3 cards in your hand that shares the same type, place 3 threat on the main scheme. So we took 7, 5. So we're down to 1. And because we have a lot of the same type, 3 goes on to the main scheme, and that pushes it to 9, and we just lose. Wow. I am actually sort of at a loss as to how to beat Stryfe. You have to spend so much time and so much energy getting all the threat off of the side scheme, and then he flips, and it's just, he has so many cards that just do double duty of like hurting you or attacking or are putting more threat out. That was pretty vicious. Every time we got a little bit ahead, we just got nailed. And you can't take your time with this scenario either, because then you just lose due to threat, and there's no way to get it off effectively. I'll have to look into how to deal with him, but Rogue Justice just is not the answer. Okay, well, anyway, that was a pretty long, drawn-out game. And unfortunately, Stryfe comes out the victor and defeats Rogue. One day, Rogue will get a win. I don't think she was the right one for this, but she was the leftover X-Men I hadn't played yet. So we'll see if we can get him defeated in the future, and of course get Rogue an actual win someday. And until next time, let me know what you think of the game down below, and like and subscribe if you have not done so already. We're closing in at this stage on 500 subs, and that's a pretty significant, opens up some significant opportunities for what the channel can do. And until next time, happy gaming. Thank you so much for watching Longship Gaming. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It will really help the channel to grow and improve. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when more Longship Gaming content goes live. Until next time, happy gaming.